Hello and welcome to the Chemistry Made Simple podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Macario. In today's short episode, we're going to be talking about the standard enthalpy change of hydration. So let's define that first. The enthalpy of hydration is the standard enthalpy change when water molecules surround 1 mole of gaseous ions. What does that mean? It means we start with a mole of gaseous ions, so these are atoms of an element that have already been atomized into gaseous atoms and then ionized into either positive or negative ions. And now we're surrounding them with molecules of water. Again, this is not something you could easily do in isolation and measure independently, but we do use this when making calculations that we would include in a Hess cycle. The symbol for this enthalpy change is ΔH, subscript HYD for hydration. So let's think of some examples. So if we had potassium 1+ ions in the gaseous form, and we were able to add water to them to become aqueous potassium 1+ ions, that would be the process for those ions. For a negative ion, let's think about a chloride 1- ion or mole of them. So we start with a gaseous 1- chloride ion, add water molecules to it, and we have aqueous chloride 1- ions. That's the end really of this micro topic. So if you have any questions on it, please do come across to our Patreon community at patreon.com/chemistrymadesimple. Ask those questions. I'll be answering those questions there as well. See you there. Thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you found it useful, and if you have had value from it, do consider visiting our Patreon community at patreon.com/chemistrymadesimple, where you'll be able to ask deeper questions about this topic and get more support for your studies too. So I look forward to speaking to you again in the next episode, and until then, do look after yourself and goodbye.